Hey Wastelanders, welcome back to The Last Ranger, and I'm your host, Gary. Spyderco Techno 3, and this is based on the Mouse 3. I'll show you a picture of the Mouse 3 up in the corner. It overall looks just like it, except for it has a fuller, and they have like really good engraving on the titanium. He's a Polish designer. I think it's Marcin Schlees something. Yeah, I fuck up names. So anyway, this is a Techno 3. If you're familiar with the Techno 1 and the Techno 2, they have a big spidey hole on those blades, but this, he went with a tiny spidey hole. And I'm going to do something, and I'll get back to you when I done it and show you. I think I'm going to try to turn this in a into a thumb stud flipper. You could see the hole, it goes under the scale, so I'm going to have to do something different where the thumb stud comes out a bit and avoids this. So, and yeah, so I know this is an expensive knife, but I love the lines of the knife. It's probably dirty because I've been carrying it, fooling around with it a lot. I took it apart, was cleaning. Believe it or not, it's not made in at Spyderco. It's made in Italy. It says it on, I think it says it on the blade. Manigo, I don't know, Italy. And so this is a Spyderco CTS XHP steel. It's just kind of a quickie. I just wanted to show off the knife. This is titanium, and this is it's a little dirty, so I have to maybe use some Windex to clean it up. Like I said, I took it apart. If you can tell, this is a piece of steel in the pocket clip. So when I took it apart, you get to the screw, it's a really long screw, and it goes into this piece of steel in the pocket clip. And anyway, so this is a tiny screw, so I only have to disassemble just the one side and take it apart. It's not a captured pivot. I really wish it was. When I took it apart, it was really gummed up. It's kind of filthy. Really was surprised at how dirty it was. It was like just really gummed up. So I was looking at the bearings in this. The bearings were like, I couldn't be certain, but it looked like the bearings were like in a carbon fiber. And the carbon fiber was, inserted in there. It was like bearings inserted in a carbon fiber, and I don't know if they would work once I cleaned it up, but I didn't use them. I happened to use some skiff bearings, and I put the skiff bearings in there, and I should have filmed it, but I wasn't thinking about it. But the skiff bearings will end up being really small. They fit perfectly, but they were like 50% the size of the width of the bearings that were in there. But it's really working fine after I cleaned it up and put those bearings in there. Let me show you the size of it. So this is like a little knife. You familiar with this knife? I can't remember what it's called right now. It's a CVV Kiwi. So you can see that size. So you think, oh man, that's a big knife. I mean, it's not a big knife. It's like a 3.5 finger knife for me. But I like it because I think it's a beautiful design. And this is a large size knife. So you can see how it compares to a large size knife. So yeah, it's a small knife, and it's an expensive knife. I really wanted the Techno the Techno when it first came out, but I wasn't collecting knives then. I'm pretty sure I wasn't collecting knives. I mean, I had knives, I bought knives, but I wasn't collecting collector knives, like more expensive knives. And I missed out, and I really tried throughout the years to get one, but I didn't want to pay like super high prices. And then the Techno 2 came out, and I could get that, but I didn't like the sheep's foot blade. I hated that blade shape. So when the Techno 3 came out, I was super excited because I believe he went back to like the first blade, or close to the first blade shape, where there's a point, like it's a drop point as opposed to a sheep's foot. So yeah, that's why I wanted. I just was hoping that if he would they would release the Techno 1 again, and they sort of did, but not, because the Techno 1 again had a bit a regular size spider hoe. So anyway, so let me answer you any questions you have in the comments, and I'll keep you updated in the progress when I'm going to take this apart. Like I said, again, I'm going to try to add a thumb stud to it. If I just have one method, I could get a zip tie and probably feed it through that hole, and maybe that would make it would probably be ugly, but I'm going to try that too, just for the hell of it. But I have some thumb stubs laying around here, and I'm going to think or try to get them to match up with this and attach. So I really like thumb stud flippers. I don't really like flipper tabs. So anyway, let me know what you think. Did I waste my money because this is a $300 knife, or does anybody like his designs? You like the design of this knife? I love the design of this knife. It's just so beautiful. I know it's plain, but it's so beautiful. For me, I mean, it's just a really good design knife. So let me know. Take care, Wastelanders.